last time out. That is Nate the Great just gone in.
The last 2 years, won by a champion stayer and a St Ledger winner. Might see another good one. You never know, Mark Johnson.
It is a race that's got a really good history of throwing up horses that go on to be very, very good in the stayers division. A mile and 6 ahead of them, short run to the first turn. All in and away they go, and very slow to begin. Eminent Authority has to be rousted away from the stalls by Jamie Spencer. Almost Midnight drops right out the back of the field early, and so too Harpo Marks as they go towards this turn. And James Dawn has done really well on Jalmood, broke from stall 9, and he's only 3 wide going into the turn, and he does have the lead. Pythian towards the inside, Dashing Willoughby is right up there, Barbados around the outside. He was 4 deep around the turn. Also very wide is Naef Road, then Nate the Great just taken back off the speed, and they're then being followed by the Max We Can, and then Eminent Authority, who has never travelled a yard in the early stages for Jamie Spencer, racing on the inside of Moonlight Spirit. A break then of a couple of lengths back to Western Australia, who's racing alongside his stable mate Norway as they make the run down the hill and on inside the final mile and a half, with at the back of the field Almost Midnight, the back marker, and last but one is Harpo Marks. So they make the run down towards Swinley Bottom, and it's now Naef Road and Andrea Azzini, who rode the great Stradivarius to win this race 2 years ago, and he's out in front now by a length and a half to Barbados on the outside, racing in second. Dashing Willoughby is the horse who's got the big white noseband on the inside rail. He's in third. Jalmood is in fourth position. Then the Yellow Silks on the inside, Pythian, who's racing in fifth. Nate the Great, Holly Doyle in sixth. Then the Max We Can is in seventh as they go towards the halfway point. Then Moonlight Spirit, who's racing just in advance of Eminent Authority. Then towards the outside is Western Australia. Western Australia is still being followed by his stablemate Norway, and then Harpo Marks, and still the back marker is Almost Midnight. And now they face up to the daunting hill, which will bring them back towards home. They have 6 furlongs to go in the Queen's Vase, and still it is Naef Road bidding to give trainer Mark Johnston his 8th win in the race. Barbados on the outside for Aidan O'Brien, looking for his 7th victory in the Queen's Vase. Back in third is Dashing Willoughby, and in fourth Jalmood, who's travelled really well to this point. Pythian is next, followed by Nate the Great, and then the Max We Can. Then towards the outside is Moonlight Spirit, and then Eminent Authority, who really has not had a going day. Western Australia is being ridden. Norway is a long way back. He's 10 lengths off the lead. He's just been overtaken by Almost Midnight, and still the back marker is Harpo Marks. They make the turn. 3 furlongs to go in the Queen's Vase. This is where the stamina really has to kick in. On the inside, Naef Road, confronted by Barbados. Down the outside, Dashing Willoughby still has every chance. Pythian now moves on into fourth. On that one's outside is Moonlight Spirit as they race on now inside the final furlong and a half. In the centre, it's Barbados and Wayne Lawton who now take the lead. Dashing Willoughby and Oisin Murphy towards the near side, just wandering, but now has come and claimed the lead to Barbados in second. Naef Road is back in third. Nothing is closing from off the pace. They've got 100 yards to go. Dashing Willoughby drifting into the centre of the course, but Dashing Willoughby has taken the Queen's Vase to Barbados. Naef Road, followed then by Moonlight Spirit in fourth, and Eminent Authority never ever went to yard, eventually picked up the bit in the home straight. He did get 5th place. Dashing Willoughby, despite wandering under pressure to the centre of the course, has won for Andrew Boulding, and for Oisin Murphy has beaten onto the far side Barbados, who's done best of the 4 runners for Aidan O'Brien. Back in third, the early leader Naef Road, and a break back to the fourth, who was Moonlight Spirit, then Eminent Authority, and next came the blinkered first time Harpo Marks. But very, very few closed into the pace here. It paid to sit very, very close to the early speed.
And a massive gamble landed at Royal Ascot. 14-1 this morning, goes off at 6-1 and wins bravely, Johnny.
Yeah, as Mark says, you had to be on the pace. The first 4 or the first 3 were well up there all the way. There was a lot of trouble at the first bend, you know, horses 5, 6 wide. Andrea Azzini let his horse roll along. They were all keen down the straight, so suggested they weren't going that fast. But when they got into the straight, I thought Wayne Lawton was going to actually hold on in Barbados. Tough and hardy, but Oisin came with a nice run there, changed his hands. His horse drifted out into the middle of the track, but he had plenty left in the tank, and he won quite well.
And I'm really pleased to see these colours win. Aidan obviously had a great day yesterday, but really nice to see Dashing Willoughby for owners Mick and Janice, who are based in Buckinghamshire. Mick actually went to school with Bjorn Nielsen. So for the Mariscottis, this is a huge result. Likewise, Francesca, Andrew Balding, a 4th win, just missed out yesterday, got home today.
But look at this shot's actually great because there he is on the outside under a strong drive from Machine Murphy. But look how low his head is. His ears are pinned back. He really wants this. He's giving his absolute all, stepping up in trip in these tough conditions. He looked hard fit before the race. And here he's not going to be denied. He's saying, this race is mine, despite drifting. He was tough.
And watch Oisin Murphy here with a celebration. Yes. Hasn't been the easiest few days for him, has it?
He needed that desperately. He was stood down just recently at Salisbury, couldn't take up his rides because he failed a breath test before the jocks went out to ride. He could have done with a winner at Windsor. It didn't happen. No luck yesterday. Back on track today.
Sense he enjoyed that, Rishi.
Well, here he is, Oisin Murphy, after that success on Dashing Willoughby. Oisin, did you think you were going to get there? There were 3 of you battling away, and it had been a pretty hectic gallop.
No, Andrea, although he had to work to get to the front, really controlled the race, and it was just about coming through the motions late. I thought I was on the best horse, and I'm delighted to ride a Royal Ascot winner for my first boss, Andrew Balding.
What's the ground out like there? Because it looks pretty testing. All the horses coming back in, covered in mud, jockeys as well.
Yeah, he's a son of Nathaniel. He loved this ground. Remember, Nathaniel won a soft ground King George.
He certainly did. How much does it mean to get this one on the board now, once under the belt for you?
Rishi, I promise you, everyone sat at home won't realise how important this is for every jockey, and particularly me. I'm thrilled.
Not just for the jockeys as well, Oisin, but also for all the people who look after these horses. And no one was shouting louder in the closing stages than this young lady, Angela Cheshire. Angela, what does this mean to you?
Oh, everything. I just want to thank Kevin Hunt for getting him in here because he had a poorly foot.
Well done to Kevin, well done to you, and well done to the team with Dashing Willoughby.
Oh, that was a gamble executed to perfection. 14-1 into 6-1. The Chester Vase form, the Sir Dragonet form is really standing up to the closest of scrutiny. And a 3rd Royal Ascot win for the Kerry man, Oisin Murphy. And it'll be many more. A broad smile from the Kerry man as he pays tribute to his first boss that he served his apprenticeship with, the Master of Kingsclear, Andrew Balding, his 4th Royal Ascot winner after Dark Missile, Shaberta King, and born in Bombay. Andrew Balding wins Royal Ascot. 14 runners this week for Balding. Of course, has Fox Chairman tomorrow. A big week for Balding. He wins at Royal Ascot with Dashing Willoughby at 6-1. 2nd Barbados at 20-1. And 3rd Naomh Road 16-1. Beaten favourite was Norway, never going a yard. Sent off the 11-4 favourite. Winning distances a half a length and a half a length. This will be a popular winner. Dashing Willoughby was dashing. 6-1.
He sure was, Brian, dashing indeed, and very happy punters here and at home with Dashing Willoughby getting up to land the spoils. It was so wonderful hearing that reaction from the last leading in Dashing Willoughby. Rishi said she had a real cheer. Look at this.
Go, Angela. Go, Angela.
There's no moment like that, and for the people who work day in, day out with these horses, it's the best feeling. Absolutely, having them come home in front, and especially in a tight finish like that, she would have been screaming him home.
We heard it meant the world to the jockey Oisin Murphy, but it'll mean the world to the Balding team, this. Missing out with Beat the Bank so narrowly yesterday, and they've landed a right touch here, a clever outfit. The Sir Dragonet form working out, Jason. Interesting form lines here too.
Yeah, of course. Prior to that, he was up behind King Ottica. King Ottica goes in the Hampton Court tomorrow for Charlie Fellows. So I know it's a different trip, but that is looking strong form. Very rarely do that team go away from the festivals empty-handed. Real good operation.
And Mick there, who I said is at school with Bjorn Nielsen. The Mariscottis look absolutely delighted. Will Bjorn be celebrating again tomorrow? The Stradivarius team won't be liking this rain, though, ahead of the Gold Cup. 4:20 tomorrow. Down to you, Ollie.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a word with the winning owners, Mick and Janice Mariscotti, who are getting the applause from everyone. Mick, if I could just grab a word.
One thing I've loved in the job at ITV is bringing owners to the forefront. Well done, the Mariscottis. Likewise, the stable staff. Go, Angela Cheshire.